Sibla and Paul White Zurich. The lineup guy is Jim Reel, and the flagmen Terry Coletti and Jason Neely. Tonight's top qualifiers are super late models number 71 with a new track record, Harold Fair Jr. Sport stocks number 17, Randy Smart. Pure stocks number 49, Teddy Oliver. And compacts number 22, Kyle Rector. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the singing of our national anthem. Tonight, carrying the colors with Rich Dunlap is Tony Cincinnati, celebrating his 9th birthday. Singing the national anthem is Jennifer Menifee of Dover, Ohio.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Jennifer. We are set for downtown Ford night at Midvale Speedway, the main event. Division. '31 car, Bill Abill, starting on the pole from Dover, Ohio. 38, Kevin McClintock, many times sports stock champion. He starts on the outside of row number 1. Our second 2 cars in our starting lineup, the number 3 car of New Philadelphia driver Tad Grove. Tad Grove from New Philadelphia, and the 17 of Randy Smart, your top qualifier and points leader. He's won 3 feature events in a row. He starts in that 4th position. Points leader, Randy Smart, starting in that number 4 position. Runner-up in points, Kevin McClintock in the 38 car, starting on the outside of our first row. Bill Abill, veteran racer, starting on the pole, and Tad Grove, a rookie sports stock competitor with 1 feature win, starting 3rd in the 3. Terry Coletti with the green in hand, and we're off and racing for night number 7. Bill Abill with an engine miss as it goes down the straightaway into turn number 1 is McClintock going into the lead. A little bit of a bobble coming off of 2, and Kevin McClintock closes the door on Abill in turn 3. Up the banking he goes. Randy Smart looks for second. McClintock followed by Abill, followed by Smart and Grove, and Grove looks to move into 3rd. He'll look to move into 2nd, and Abill closes the door. Meanwhile, Kevin McClintock pulling away. McClintock with a 15.386, the best lap that that 38 car has turned in a while. 17 car of Randy Smart has been our fast qualifier many nights here in 2010. And he's picked up our last feature wins. Last 3 in a row. Halfway coming in this time. It'll be 4 laps in, 4 more to go, and a good battle for that second spot continues. McClintock, Smart, Abil, and the 3 car of Grove first through 4th. Now it's Grove's turn to go to the outside of Abil. It sounds like the 31 car may not be missing as badly as it was in the early circuits. Nearly gets up into the wall in the back straightaway, but the JD Byrider number 3 continues in the right direction. McClintock, Smart, first and second. Smart trying to close on McClintock, but so far the time's a little too equal. Both of the drivers in the 15.4s and 3s the last couple of circuits. McClintock hanging on to the lead, goes into 3. Coletti with a checkered in hand. They'll come to the stripe, and Dover's Kevin McClintock wins. Smart second. Who will it be for third? Tad Grove picks up the 3rd spot. Bill Abil comes home in position number 4, and our first heat race this season. Pulling to the line. A lot of bad luck early on this season for the Dover, Ohio driver. Put your hands together for Kevin McClintock. The Glass Lumber, Broad Run Cheese House, Federated Auto, Farsight Management, and Zor Air Design Car. Last year's point champion Todd Miller starting on the pole of our fast heat race in the pure stock division. 17 and Bill Burkholder starting alongside. Bill Burkholder in row 1. Row number 2, the 5 car of Vince Martin. Vince Martin in the number 5 and the number 75. Last week's feature winner, Bob Passwater Sr. 49 top qualifier Teddy Oliver starting 5th and starting 6th. Electing to start at the tail is Bob Passwaters Jr. Green flag off of 4. Bill Burkholder in the outside lane. Todd Miller on the low lane. They're side by side off of 2, and Todd Miller goes into the top spot. Vince Martin, the Canton, Ohio driver, looks low. Teddy Oliver racing to the inside of Passwaters for 4th. Good racing, 2 and almost 3 wide, maybe now 3 wide. Here comes Oliver to the low lane, looking for second from his 5th starting position. Teddy Oliver on the move from Canton, Ohio. One of the top competitors in points in 2010. He and Vince Martin side by side, and Todd Miller looking on the bottom is Teddy Oliver. They make a little contact, and going into 3, they get together again, and Oliver has to check up. Todd Miller hangs on to the number 1 spot. Now Oliver goes up the track and closes the door on Vince Martin as he looks for the lead. Teddy Oliver, veteran pure stock campaigner here at Midvale Speedway, a former regular at Canton Motor Speedway as well. Teddy Oliver racing with Todd Miller. We're halfway, 4 in, 4 to go. Teddy Oliver into the lead. Todd Miller back to second. Running 3rd is Passwaters. 4th is Vince Martin. 5th is Bill Burkholder. 6th is Passwaters Jr. Miller has dropped into the 3rd spot. Passwaters up to 2nd. White flag final circuit for the 49 of Teddy Oliver. Vince Martin moving into 3rd. Passwaters running 2nd. Martin 3rd now, and back to 4th is Todd Miller, a little underpowered in that 88 car. Checkered flag, a waving Teddy Oliver the winner. Passwaters 2nd. Martin third. Fourth is Miller, and fifth is the 17 of Burkholder. Put your hands together for Canton's Teddy Oliver. Oliver's Garage, Stewart's Flooring, Terrace Hair Care, Scenic Grinding, Word of Life Church, the sponsors. The 22, the 11 car of TJ Barker. 51 is Brian Menard. 62 is Adam Stewart. And the number 16 is Bill Page. Glenn, car number 22, TJ Barker, car number 11. Brian Menard, Adam Stewart in row 2. Stewart's first race in that new car that he purchased from Barberton Speedway competitor. We are green. Barker way high, trying to cushion out. Lynn goes up 2 and opens the door for Brian Menard in the 51. Menard into the lead. Adam Stewart in the 62 car will move up to second. Heads up move by Adam Stewart in the 62. Barker way up the banking. As he in the 22 of Tim Lynn, the 16 of Bill Page compete for that third spot. And Bill Page sees an opening to take third away from Tim Lynn in the middle of the backstretch. First and second, bumper to bumper. Opening the doors, Brian Menard, and here comes the 62 of Adam Stewart. Stewart's car looks to be handling a little bit better than Menard. Menard and Stewart about equal down the straight chutes. Going in deeper, the 62 car of Stewart. And he's to the inside of Menard, who slams the door shut in turn 4. Oh, Stewart hard into turn 1. Car sideways. Keeps it in the right direction, though, in turn number 2. And we come to halfway this time. 4 laps in, 4 more laps to go for the 51 of Brian Menard. Stewart high, Menard low, off of the second corner. It's still Menard hanging on to the lead. Many of the same sponsors on the sides of those 2 cars. 3 to go at the strike for Brian Menard. Bill Page, good run for the number 16 car. Bill Page closing in a little bit on the top 2, running better laps the last few circuits than the lead duo. He does have a chance to catch him with 2 to go. That time by, the 16 car of Page closed the gap another 2/10. This lap, they'll probably close it about another 2/10. White flag this time, 1 more lap to go for the 51 of Brian Menard. A little bit of smoke coming out of that 62 of Stewart. He had the same problem last night in our Thursday night practice. He'll catch him, but he's going to run out of time to pass him. Bill Page running third, but coming to the checkered is Brian Menard, Adam Stewart, and Bill Page for second, third. 3 Canton drivers, followed up by the number 11 of TJ Barker from Massillon and the 22 of Tim Lynn. Stripes in that number 5th spot. '51 car, your winner, Brian Menard. Canton, Ohio campaigner, the Deals on Wheels, Stewart Flooring, C&M Auto Sales entry. I think this is 3rd season of racing action at Midvale. Here's the lineup for the fast heat in the compact division. 18 of Wes Ennis starting in the outside. Wes had a hard crash in turn 3 last week. He starts in that second spot. 07 of Don Roofman III starts third. 33 of Brad Henry starts 4th. In the 5th starting position, the 35 of John McNutt. Starting 6th, the 02 of Jesse Page. Starting 7th, the 47 of Don Roofner Jr. Roofner in the 47, your current point leader. And Roofner, couple-time track champion in this compact class. AJ Diano making his second appearance of 2010, was 3rd fast in qualifying. Starts on the outside of row 4. Longtime sports stock competitor years ago. 36, Rich Dunlap. 2nd fast in qualifying, your top qualifier. 22, Kyle Rector starting 10th. Green flag. Into the second turn. Good run. Wes Ennis, that outside lane, pulling ahead the number 3 car of Kyle Grove down into turn 3. Grove, a hard run into the third corner. The JD Byrider Griggs recovery entry on the inside lane. First and second corner. Race continues up front. Second spot. Here comes Don Rutner, the third, to the inside. The jockey looking for second going into turn 3. Rutner up the banking a bit, still racing with Wes Ennis in the 18 car. Grove pulling away, and if the field stays side by side, he'll continue to stretch his advantage on 2nd through 10th. Car of Kyle Grove has broke out of his qualifying time. Grove extremely fast here in this heat race, has broken out of his qualifying time, hands the lead to Don Rutner the third. Rutner the third, followed by John McNutt, Wes Ennis, and the 47 of Rutner. Kyle Grove in the number 3 car breaking out with a 17.801 and a 17.955. He was getting it done during this heat race. White flag, final circuit for Don Rutner III. Off of turn number 2, Rutner leading, followed by McNutt, Don Rutner Jr., and A.J. Diano looking to move up into the number 4 position. Diano, good run for the Canton driver coming from near the back of the field. Checkered flag, Rutner wins, McNutt second, Rutner third, Diano fourth, and Ennis comes across the line in position number 5. The feature later, it will actually, in a sense, make him the fast qualifier tonight. As in qualifying, Kyle Rector had a 17.861. Put your hands together for the 07 of Don Rutner III. Young takes his ride to the pits to get ready for the feature coming up in just a little bit. Final heat race tonight before a brief pause for the cause. Now this is the final heat race lining up pit side. This is the second heat on the track. Mike Swaney in the number 20 car. Assistant flagman last season at Midvale. He's behind the wheel of the 20 tonight. Filling in for Larry Ennis. The 85 of Phil Vino starts outside. Row 2 has the 10 car of Jake Albright and the 8 of Jeffrey Orr. Row 3, Tommy Barrett and Earl Scranton. Row 4, Neil Rowley in the 46, Russell Grandison, first night out this year in the 72, and 41, Tim Frederick finishes your field 8 laps, second heat. Mike Swaney in the 20, Jake Albright, the number 10 car, side by side for the lead. Tommy Barrett. Phil Vino drops off into the infield. Problems for the Paul Milano tire, number 85 of Phil Vino. Got here in time to qualify tonight, and now issues in the heat race. Jake Albright, the leader. The Turtle out front. Mike Swaney hanging on to second, but Neil Rowley in the 46 car on the outside lane. Jake Albright, Neil Rowley, Mike Sweeney, Earl Scranton. Oh, Sweeney loses it down into the infield. Sweeney goes. He makes the move for Jeffrey Orr. Jake Albright, the number 10 car, has broken out of his qualifying time. So 2 leaders in a row have gone under their times. So Jake Albright breaking out of his qualifying time. Second driver to be sent pit side tonight for clocking under their breakout time. Neil Rowley inherits the lead. Earl Scranton is second. White flag for Neil Rowley, the Port Washington driver. Checkered flag, Neil Rowley picks up the victory. Second, Earl Scranton. Third, Russell Grandison. Fourth, Tommy Barrett. Fifth, Jeffrey Orr. And sixth to the 41 car of Tim Frederick. Here comes Mike Sweeney. Had a pretty decent run going and then looped her around down in 3 and 4. Good run for the number 46 of Neil Rowley. He comes to the line celebrating checkered. He's had a good season here in 2010, winning a fast feature, running well in the figure eights. Put your hands together for Port Washington's Neil Rowley. 128 of Colton Cottis. 86 is Jill Harshey. And the 55 making his first start. 55 driven by Ed McLean. 82 Don Boron Jr., a rookie. 21 Corey Evie, a rookie. 14 Ashley Page, a second-year driver. Talk about a lack of experience in this race. Perk Pyle Jr. on the pole, second year of racing. 42 car, Michelle Matuzik, second night of racing. 40 car, Richard Hamilton, hasn't ever run a full season. 128 car of Colton Cottis, his first year. 86 Jill Harshey, semi-regular over the last few seasons. 55 running his first career race at Midvale. 82 of Boron, first season. 21 of Evie, first season. And again, 14 car of Page, first. Make it second season of racing at Midvale Speedway. Perk Pyle Jr., Michelle Matuzik. This one could be wild, ladies and gentlemen. Not a lot of experience on the track before us. Probably got a combined 50 races between the drivers on the field. Here we go. Jason Neely gives them the green. And it didn't take long. Half a straightaway going into the first turn. And Don Boron Jr. in the 82 gets turned around. 119 of Perk Pyle Jr. going pit side. Well, he was hitting the rev limiter awful early in qualifying. 40 car of Richard Hamilton, Colton Cottis, and Jill Harshey. Ed McLean and Corey Evie, and Ashley Page. I think Page will be able to move up in that 14 from the back here. Here we go. We go green. Michelle Matuzik goes into the lead. She's trying to lead, I believe, her first lap here at Midvale Speedway. And I think she's gone to Michelle Matuzik, leading lap number 1. Side by side for the number 4 position, Jill Harshey and Corey Evie. Evie moving up in the outside lane. He was a feature winner of the second feature last week. Top 2, bumper to bumper. Michelle, Colton Cottis up the banking. Dirt tracking a little bit down in turn number 2. And moments ago he could have dirt tracked. It was covered in just that, dirt. Your leader, Michelle Matuzik, off of turn number 4. Hamilton holding on to second. Jill Harshey third. Fourth, Colton Cottis. Evie goes low and locks up the brakes. Cottis closed the door for a moment, and now Evie does get the run. 42 of Michelle Matuzik has gone under her qualifying time. 3 black flags tonight in our heat. Oh, she locks her down, and Hamilton will go to the outside. Matuzik will get to the high lane and head pit side in the 42. Michelle Matuzik clocking out with a 19.399, 19399 breakout time for Michelle Matuzik. Lap number 5 with 3 to go. This time by Richard Hamilton, your new leader. Jill Hershey second, but Corey Evie is on the move. Evie drives into turn number 3 hard, keeps it pretty pinched down in that second lane. Hershey a good exit of turn 4, keeps her ahead in that second spot. And Hamilton crosses the line, the leader again. Now Hershey and Evie, good battle for second. The white flag will be in the air this time for Richard Hamilton, the driver from New Philadelphia, looking for win number 1 in 2010. And Hamilton has clocked out as well, breaking out of his qualifying time. The 40 car, Richard Hamilton. Boy, the breakouts tonight, we have had more this night than we have had the complete 2010 season leading up to tonight. And the battle for the lead actually looks like the battle for second. Here we come off of turn 4. It's going to be Jill Hershey, the winner. Evie second, third place Colton Cottis, and fourth to Ed McLean. So Jill Hershey, not even knowing she was the winner there, as the leader was black flagged. So we'll have a bunch of readjusting in our features tonight. Coming to the line, your winner, win number 1 in 2010 for this New Philadelphia driver, formerly of Midvale, Jill Hershey. One of the ladies picking up a checkered tonight.
Up 1 cent and down 26 cents.
Here we go, off of turn number 4 to the green. Kevin McClintock into the lead, and Randy Smart will follow in the outside lane. Now it's a matter of holding off the fast 17 car of Randy Smart. Smart to the outside of McClintock for the race lead. Randy Smart from Dover, Ohio. Kevin McClintock also from Dover, and McClintock hangs on. McClintock, good run through turns 1 and 2. Leads down into turn 3. Tad Grove in the 3 car. Close feature battle. 4 cars within 4 car lengths of one another. McClintock leading lap number 3. Smart right there. Ducks to the low side. McClintock keeps it down low. Smart looking high. Will try to duck under again. McClintock hasn't opened it yet. Now the door is open, and here comes Randy Smart to the inside of Kevin McClintock. McClintock hangs on to the lead. Randy Smart in that second spot. McClintock leading. We have completed 5 laps of this helmet dash feature. Looking to the inside as Randy Smart. McClintock again closes the door. It will be halfway this time. 6 laps in, 6 to go so far. McClintock holding off Randy Smart. Smart looks high, but he'll duck low again, I think, in moments. He goes back to the outside in turn number 2. Don't know whether he's going to be fast enough tonight to get around the high side of McClintock. Outside lane does look good, though. Oh, good run for Smart out of 4. McClintock into turn 1, hard on the bottom lane. Smart a little sideways in the second groove. McClintock hangs on to the lead. into 3 and 4. McClintock low. Smart too hard, too early. Nearly gets up into the wall. 8 laps complete, 4 to go. Now McClintock off of the bottom. Down the back stretch into the 3rd corner. Smart closing again on McClintock. He's going to have to do it on the bottom, folks. 3 to go. Smart again, looks low. McClintock stays down there. 2 to go. 2 to go at the line. 10 complete. 2 laps left for Kevin McClintock. Battle for 3rd. Tad Grove trying to pass Bill Ottville. He did it on the last lap of the heat, trying to do it on the last lap, maybe of the feature. White flag coming up. 1 to go for Kevin McClintock and Randy Smart off of turn number 4. Smart. High, looks low. McClintock, good run off of turn 2. Smart, the door wasn't open, down into turn 3. They'll come to turn number 4. Smart again, looking high. The checkers waving, and Kevin McClintock the winner. Smart 2nd, Tad Grove 3rd, and 4th place to Bill Ottville in the 31. Good race. Couple of engines going awry in the first few weeks for this Glass Lumber, Davis Electric, Federated Auto Parts, Dennison Yard, Farsight Management, Silver Angel, CT's Car Corral, Dean Miles at Ferris Chevrolet, Dave's Auto Body, lots of sponsors on this Broad Run Cheese House. But he picks up his first feature win in 2010. It wasn't, and it didn't come easy as Randy Smart challenged him from right at the beginning all the way to the end. He couldn't get the run he needed. And the veteran driver picking up his first win of the season. Let's hear it for Kevin McClintock. Well, Kevin, it's been kind of a tough season for you, and you say, well, you're 2nd in points. Well, the car counts down, and you're back behind Smart by 100 points or whatever. But the car gave you problems the first few weeks. Now you finally get to start working on some setup and stuff, and it is getting better.
Yeah, we blew 3 motors. You know, this is all because of the sponsors. And my dad and my buddy Timmy there worked every night for the last 2 weeks. We changed everything but the radiator cap, and it was pretty good. Randy, it's nice to race against a guy like that because I knew he wouldn't bulldoze me, but he's going to have to pass me in the stand.
You know, he was probably thinking about bulldozing you at least.
Yeah, but he don't race that way, and neither do I, so that's all right.
Let's hear it for your winner tonight, Kevin McClintock. Feature time of the Fast Compact Division feature, 15 laps the distance, 46. Neil Rowley on the pole. 72, Russell Grandison starts 2nd. Starting 3rd, the 18 of Wes Ennis. Starting 4th, the 07 of Don Rufner the 3rd. The 33 car of Brad Henry starts 5th. Starting 6th, the 35 of John McNutt. 02 is Jesse Page, starting in the 7th position. In the 8th spot, the 47 of points leader Don Rufner Jr. Starting 9th, the 09 of A.J. Diano. Starting 10th, the 36 of Rich Dunlap. Starting 11th, the number 22 car of Kyle Rector. Kyle Rector, top qualifier tonight in the compacts at 22. There's Kyle Grove in the number 3. Starting 12th, starting 13th is Jake Albright moving from the 2nd feature to the fast feature with his breakout time. And Tim Frederick in the 41 starting at the final starting spot in our fast compact feature. Neil Rowley, 72, Russell Grandison in that front row. We are ready for green. 15 laps going flag to flag in our first feature. See what we do in our second race of the night. In feature action, Neil Rowley and Russell Grandison to the green. And it's Russell Grandison, 72 car, going into the lead in turns 1 and 2. Grandison out front, followed by Rowley down into the corner. And Grandison not able to close the door quite yet. Rowley fighting back in lane number 1. Grandison picked up a feature win late last season on the final night of the year. Did not race up until tonight. Wes Ennis on the inside of Don Rufner III for that third spot. Rufner picking up the fast heat race win earlier this evening in car 07. Side-by-side action from really first to the final spot. And Grandison leading lap number 2 via the outside lane. Wes Ennis in the 18, Brad Henry in the 33, about to go 3 wide with Rufner. Henry will check up in 3. He does, drops back in line. Ennis closing the door as Henry wasn't able to get in quite far enough. And again, Grandison leads lap number 3. He's just been able to stay just a little bit ahead of Rowley, and that's a good thing. If a caution would fly, that would put him on the inside lane and move Rowley to the outside. But again, it's Rowley fighting back low groove this time. Who will it be at the stripe? It's going to be a close battle, and I think by 8 1/1000ths of a second, Grandison with the advantage. Now though, Rowley pulling ahead in the 46, coming in on lap number 5. It'll be 5 laps in and 10 to go this time by. Five down, 10 to go, and here comes Ennis. A little bit of bump from behind from Brad Henry. Helps shoot him into the inside of Neil Rowley. Battle for the lead into turn 3. 3 wide behind him, Rufner III getting shuffled back in the outside lane. Ennis in the 18, Rowley in the 46. The battle is over in turn 2. Here comes the 33 car, Brad Henry. Henry looks for second. Boy, Rowley really keeping him tight to the bottom. Does a nice job in that outside lane. It's going to be Henry picking up the second spot. Grandison is about to drop like a rock as the third lane's not going to get it done for the 72. Caught in the outside lane. Car still running okay as Diano and John McNutt go to the inside. And it's a traffic jam. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Top qualifier Kyle Rector has that car running as a rocket ship the last couple of Saturday nights, and he's moved into the top several spots, up to 8. Now moving into the 7th position is Kyle Rector from the back of the field. Wes Ennis leads 2nd, Brad Henry 3rd, Neil Rowley 4th, Jesse Page, and 5th is A.J. Diano. Diano, good run for him tonight. Looks good. Down in 1 and 2. Car turned great through the 1st and 2nd corner. Diano going for 4th on the inside of Jesse Page, who won last week's feature in the 02. Now 3 wide for 3rd. Diano and Page looking high. Diano's going to duck under in turn 3, or turn 2 rather. He can't do it as Rowley stays on the bottom. Diano goes high, closing the door as Page kind of keeps him boxed behind that 46 car of Rowley. Lap number 11, 4 to go, more for Wes Ennis. Now it's a 3 wide battle for 2nd. 3 wide for the 2nd spot. Rowley, Diano, and Page. I think Page will be the loser of this battle. The 3rd groove will push him back into the 6th position now as Rector moves into the top 5. Boy, Rowley goes high up the track in turn 4. Diano stays in the throttle. Rowley just opened the door for Kyle Rector to pick up a few spots. We're going to have a crash behind him if we don't watch in turn 3. John McNutt, Jesse Page rubs some paint. Oh, Page will close the door on McNutt. Oh, A.J. Diano comes off the wall, and Page was there. A near crash between the 5th and 6th place cars. It's getting wild, middle of the pack, and Kyle Rector might come up short because of there's only 1 lap left at the line, but he's up to 3rd. Final circuit for Wes Ennis. Brad Henry, Kyle Rector, A.J. Diano, and Neil Rowley. Rowley tried to close the door. Oh, A.J. Diano, look out in the corner. Diano up the banking. Rowley avoids 3 wide. Make it even 4 wide on the backstretch. We're coming to the checkered this time. Trouble in turn 3. McNutt Rufner, Diane will get spun. Albright into the wall. Winning is Wes Ennis as the rest of the cars cross the line. A wild finish going flag to flag in our fast compact feature. And the career for Wes Ennis. Brad Henry goes by with a big smile on his face. Kyle Rector in the 22 coming up just a little short. A few more laps, Kyle Rector would have been up there as well, as a fast qualifier moved from deep in the field up into the top 3. Wes Ennis taking a scenic route through the infield. Countryside Glass, Haas Body Shop, Ennis Racing, K-Dog Tattoos, Rufner Racing, Pit Stop Graphics, Amvet's Post 1338, Animal Racing. Number 18, your winner. Let's hear it for the youngster, Wes Ennis. Well, Wes, 1 week ago in the feature, you had a hard crash in compact feature action. You went down into turn 3, got together with another car. Car slammed up against the wall. A lot of work went into this 18 car this week.
Yeah, we worked the whole week, but we brought it down yesterday, and it was like a completely different car. It just pretty much turned by itself.
Kind of nice. You just put it in cruise control when you got out front, let it drive itself?
Pretty much.
Some people you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, Swaney, Haas Body Shop, the Rufners, Watson, Laura Weber, Bulldog, Stiff Nipples, and Bear Swartz.
Let's hear it again for the winner, Wes Ennis, his second feature win at Midvale Speedway.